Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Favorite is most played as well.
So we have Jay Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay Smith for Xiao is going to be interesting. So we obviously have the engage options there if they want to look for team fights. But
Top 4, which means quarter-final berth at bare minimum. And with the points Top Esports have from Spring being the runners-up in the split in the finals, things are looking good as we're going to see a TP for a dive on top of New. 369 with a full Fury bar. New just trying to survive with Casa in as well. So cleanly done for first blood.
And I like this a lot. We actually
about 20 CS up for now. On Top Esports start this dragon. Knight walks down to help secure and another objective in their back pocket to kick off this game one.
Yeah, and they just have to give this up now, especially with the fact that 369 also recalled. So
Top Esports are on the objective first. And the numbers advantage there right now.
And Gala's not heading over here, so it looks like RNG are just going to concede.
At 2K, they don't have full vision of this. RNG sending in the spear. 369 absorbs it as Rift Trail will be smarted and secured down. RNG want to take the fight afterwards as New has his ulti with the Cyclone only on the 369. Casa gets the kick, then safeguards out. That was slick, but the spear was even slicker here from RNG. The flash with depth charge. 369 nailed into the corner. No Dominus saving with a double kill over to Shalom who nailed that fight himself. And the ability for Shalom to pick up 2 kills. Now the ball definitely rolling as the Dredge line connects on tonight. He has everything, but now nothing as he goes down.
And this is what we said we wanted to see.
Hitting a couple of these plates. Bit of gold in the back pocket of the Jace will be nice, but Shalom on Casa, the spear lands, wants to burst down the kick there, but New follows up, and you know what? Shockwave, inconsequential with the 4th kill. For this Mountain Dragon, they're going to be spawning an early Cloud/Infernal Rift.
And think about it, RNG have only been making counterplays so far. They were not the ones, going out of their way to start these proactive plays themselves. Right, we saw Karsa just kind of recall after clearing topside, come back down, hovering for his bot lane to make sure that Italy can't make any plays happen.
Corruption, remember, there's no cleanse available, and Channicus Arrow gets sent right back. The flash away, the Dredge line perfect, but Karsa's here, the kick back into the turret. On Ming, he flashes for a bit of damage, but Ming survives. And in comes Xiao Bao.
The Rookie coming out for Gala.
Yeah.
This is a point where RNG want to look for these fights.
Top Esports can't afford to get caught out. Yuan Jia's going to start on top of Ming, who burned his flash in the last engage. In comes Jackie who cleanses once more. He's the target as Yuan Jia gets low. In comes the Jason Xiao, who just knocks his block off. New runs in onto 369, and Casa is left in the pit of despair. While 369 just wants out of this play. He slices, he dices, he runs for his life.
So there's going to be a bit of a very small window. It looks like it's about to be up in time for New, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yuan Jia has the ball on top of him, gets Dredge lined in. Spear does not connect. Knight takes the depth charge. A couple of ultis that don't have much effect. 369 in for the flank. Solo play on 2. 369 flashes on into Gala, who kites it away. The shockwave whiffs as well as Casa gets towards the backline. Safeguards out after killing Ming. There's a numbers advantage, but low health bars with New now spinning to winning. It's 369 again the target. Flushed on by Xiaohu. It's a double to the Monkey King.
And overall, honestly, RNG got a bit too ahead of themselves in my opinion, but it doesn't matter because they have more damage at this point in the game. Great job by Xiaohu to get on that fight, put in threat onto Knight. You talked about it, Knight Shockwave completely whipping once again, positioning in that team fight to make sure that 369 wasn't a massive threat on top of it.
Now they're going to get the turret on top of that. RNG back in the gold lead. I love how it swings in this first game.
And that RNG wants a lot of their skirmishes to be centered around these two members.
So is this still fine for RNG? Are we still like RNG have the driver's seat? That'll continue for the next 10 or so minutes because, again, scaling element. Or they could just pick someone off and then I don't have to talk because 369's dead again. Casa goes in for a kick. That's a little bit suboptimal. Teleport used by Knight. I was going to say RNG going to have to pick up the pace a little bit more, but yes, they are. Flash for flash. Very worth when Jackie burns another summoner as
well, who's going to be very critical. So RNG, I feel like, are in a good position if this turns into a fight, but we actually see TES just giving this one up, going to try to get more gold in their pockets, try to get Knight on another item breakpoint, even Jackie as well.
But that
committed 369's TP towards topside.
They're not doing the Baron. So that's a free soul. May you fly with the wind, RNG, with 30% cooldown.
This is what we did expect, and what we expected actually a minute and a half ago, but
not a war.
Top Esports are the team that'll go for this. They actually burn it down so fast.
They really do, but the poke's starting to fly through. The Javelin toss dodged away from 5k into 4. Shalom on the back of the pit. Solar Flare in front. He'll be spotted out 1k for the steal. And we saw that coming with the level advantage now for Top Esports. They have to get the hell out of Dodge, but they're in the pit of despair as Carson manages to fly his way out, but for 369, he gets a hammer to the face. with New on the tail of Casa. He's dead too, all but Knight. Sufferer at the hands of RNG.
And Xiaolin to make their way towards that magic number 9.
They got long death time as they're running through mid. This will not be the game end, but a broken inhibitor is definitely on the cards. Gala had his field day there. New has been showing up as well. And RNG are going to get so much off the back of this Baron and that near ace.
Yeah, great job from New. I like that you highlighted as well. He's had some really clutch ultimates, and actually not going to be one inhibitor, it's going to be 2 inhibitors for RNG.
So the base well and truly in tatters. Everyone up now for top esports, and this is meant to be the best team in the LPL. But RNG cannot be complimented enough from this.
They left in the pit in middle of RNG's members, and RNG just clean up.
Kind of impressive to see is New caught out with the Solar Flare, but that's only the cone. Double Cyclone with Depth Charge. Castle will be knocked up with Shalabal over the wall. Javelin Toss doesn't connect, but New has his second wave of that Cyclone available. And Casa, Spear, almost connects, but New flies forward and he's out safely. RNG with the numbers advantage and top esports are grouped up under turret, but RNG dived this so easily. Yugan just then against the wall, and hammer time reigns once more with a double kill to Xiaohu to end this game 1.
Yeah, RNG should just be able to end. 369 can't hold off himself. RNG, 30 minutes stop over top esports.
This wave coming through with supers at their back with Baron with another 45 seconds. Who cares? This game in the bag, you're right, 30 minutes for RNG to take down what is meant to be the best team in the LPL. RNG stating their cause.
And I've been talking about this all week. I knew the second that RNG became unreliable would be the second that RNG become reliable again. Because that's always how RNG works.
What, Lulu? Yeah, just coming back. Knight has played 17 unique champions, with Set adding number 17 itself. That's just...
They definitely have the minion wave like you talked about.
Shalambal ready to roll on in. Undertow connecting will be crucial. Exhaust put down against the wall. Jakilov just dead. Ming flashes out after taking the turret aggro, and that's easily done for first blood.
And again, the execute. If we do ever get these skirmishes that devolve in the top side of the map, you're going to be set up very well.
And you talk about the aggressive 2 versus 2 as Yuyan Jia just walking out of the river after getting bullied by Gala and Ming. Who, after that trade, are looking pretty good. Pulling in the Lulu. Maybe not. Yuyan Jia with an undertow. He's getting targeted down. And Xiaolongbao with kill number 2. Jakilov, the undertow, dodged away from, though, as Xiaohu nails him with an auto. And RNG, where are you coming from?
And when their backs are against the wall is when they're playing some of the best League of Legends. Wants to snowball very early, so losing something like an early Cloud Drake really doesn't mean anything for RNG.
Yep. Get to see what it's rolled into as well, into the ocean. So,
whenever I start saying Xiaolongbao, my mind still tries to say Xiaohu.
Yeah. I thought I was the only person. Ragnarok used slicing mouse from there as well. The flash here from Casa. A crucial shutdown to the Nidalee was big.
Yeah, nice pick coming out for TES. It's not too big of a deal.
Casa's on the back of the pit. Will be spotted out by a ward here that's just tracking him.
Gala has arrow.
Good dodge of the spear. Just stands in front of the dragon. Can't be stolen away. The arrow not used in the end. That bottom lane who's stayed there quite consistently with the Manamune. But Yuyan Jia with a bit of a deep wall that won't be spotted out. Xiaohu now going to be flash face breaking his ulti back on. Everyone on top. It's a Xiaohu sandwich.
Yes, it was. Yuyan Jia coming in something like an Ardent. So Gala going to be in a good position. And hey, you know, we are trading sides. RNG are going to be able to pick up this turret. We expect TS to get one on the other side. Luckily for RNG, they weren't able to take down the mid lane turret because New was hovering.
2 turrets for RNG and 1 for top esports, though.
And the nice thing, too, is, you know, because of obviously which sides of the map are cut, RNG were also said he has a level lead. So if a fight breaks out right now, we're getting the level 2 on the Dominus for New.
Tactical arrow used, shockwave as well onto Yuyan Jia. He's delayed a bit of time as Xiaolongbao stands on top. The teleport used on the off our screen as RNG get the first kill. Knight jumps in without the rest of his team. Gets the face breaker, showstopper as well. Survives long enough, slicing Maelstrom. Hits pretty much no one. And top esports, one by one, the ants go marching in to die.
And beautiful fight coming out from RNG. RNG wasn't there. That was top esports' massive flaw.
It was fixed with Jakilov coming into the roster. But today might not be their days. Jadacross arrow comes out once again. The shockwave pulls in Casa. One Nidalee is not like the other apparently in this series, as Knight's still positioning for a flank, but the Rift Herald gets the mid turret. RNG pick off the kill. They're going to walk down towards the dragon as 369 tries to hide and wait.
Yep, so they still want to contest for this fight. It is 4v5, as you mentioned.
But he's spotted out. Slicing Maelstrom in on 3 again, but RNG respect it. Flash away themselves onto 369. He's just dead. Low health bars for RNG, but there's not that much damage bar Jackie Love. Ming pops his ulti. They want to kill Knight, who kites his way away. And that might be the end, but the Dragon should be theirs.
369 thinking he can burst out multiple members right now in a fight, you know, just overestimating his damage. Both Gala and Ming still had Flash. Now Knight.
But no one else with him.
Kind of posturing in a very sassy way.
Yeah. And you know what? Top Esports are down 3k gold all of a sudden, and there's an Infernal Rift.
Yeah, and we're seeing RNG now potentially being able to stack up 3 Infernal Drakes. I mean, right now...
BLG and Rogue Warriors, yeah, and Rogue Warriors aren't looking great, so they should be very winnable series with RNG in this form. But still, they have to close out this series, and we talked a lot about range options for Top Esports in the late game, but they're not going to get there because they keep getting caught out.
Yep, there is no late game for them. Great job of showing behind kills, and sure, if they got that pick, they can turn it into Baron, but, right, we're waiting 2 minutes for that next Infernal Drake.
As here we go, onto Gala. Depth charge being used, 369 with a subpar ulti. They just run in again. The Wild Growth is used on the Olaf. The Shockwave brings them in. Knight takes Gala back, but he's like, okay, closer to the fight. Eureka, baby, as RNG look unstoppable against what was the best team in the LPL.
And RNG coming out so strong, gonna now be able to pick range advantage. It also doesn't matter when you're the ones running in. You asked me after draft, so do the Top Esports want to run into RNG? No, that is not how this composition plays out. And they've just continuously fallen there, and they really don't even have a way of controlling the waves.
You just hitting the side lane with the Baron buff. 369 forced to respond, but this turret's going down. And now more threat as mid-inner goes down as well.
But I do want to take a step back and go back to the point I wanted to make, that even against roster, and it always gets them into situations like this game, like that last fight, where they pretty much just give the game over to the enemy team.
Where they got limited options left available. There's an Infernal Soul coming up on the
I know.
We all went Top Esports. Of course we would, but backing on a ward. You might be caught on out. Slice and dices away. Dredgeline doesn't connect now. Turning it around with the movement speed. Enchanted across the arrow. 2-man Shockwave. And you thought you were baited in, but you was the one doing it as Gala gets hit with a spear. But Xiaolongbao, it's Ragnar again. All hail the king of this game in 2-0 fashion. It's what it's about to be.
And massive play coming out from New, just, I mean, dodging away from the dredge line. Yuyaja not in the position he wants to be in, and you pointed out the Shockwave. I mean, New was in front of our eyes, and then he wasn't.
And gone just like that with large death timers, especially on Jackie Love. RNG piling through the bottom lane.
Yep, they are definitely going to pick up this inhibitor. And if TS fight, this might just be the game.
Knight, Caster, Yuya giving them the space as the inhibitor is definitely dropping. Knight positioning for a flank, but RNG are backing away as a 5-man unit.
They're posturing. 369 has TP. 369's going for the TP. Has slicing
Never
Maelstrom.
mind, RNG like, let's turn around and kill Yuyanja. Teleport to fly through as Top Esports are bringing in the cavalry in Jackie Love. True Shot Barrage flies through only Gala.
Shockwave's back up.
369 here, needs to get that flash. Slicing Maelstrom, pulled on in. Knight gets the engage. It's a 2-man phase breaker. Here comes 369. The surge of electricity does something, but RNG might be too far ahead. Jackie Love with the carry, comes close, and may have just done it actually, with RNG getting aced by Jackie Love.
And Jackie Love finding Top Esports' way back into this game. Massive play. Great coordination coming out from both Knight and 369. Playing the game back. Sure, let's slow down and say, they're still about 6k gold down, so realistically, you should expect them to win. RNG have the potential to pick up Infernal Soul right now. Oh, God.
But Xiaohu might have found 369. The cannon gets pulled back in, and he's just dead.
Well, we were just praising Top Esports. We're talking about well. And actually, let's ignore this, because on the side of our screens, RNG are aggressively pushing for the end.
They're running it through mid with a broken inhibitor bot, now one through mid. Topside's getting set up as a free Infernal Soul, and I think 369 just undoes all that great work put down by the rest and himself of 369. Oh, sorry, Top East.
The macro for RG now should be so easy, right? Because 2 inhibitors are down.
Oh, hang on, Xiaohu's in off the side, gets his Shockwave onto 3! Jackie Love low and dead! Xiao may have just ended this series. Running into Xiaolongbao as Knight gets knocked up by the wild growth. Movement speed slowed on down, but he's onto 369. And again, it really does feel like he's the true Viking, as RNG might just look to end it here.
Yeah, massive play from Xiao. Like you said, they're just going to end.
Running on top, Knight gets slowed on down. New has the damage. Burst Nexus Tower drops on down. Xiaolongbao getting low with Ignite and the burn. 369 with the lightning. Knight pulls him in, but he's dead. Top laner down. Infernal Soul paying dividends. And Top Esports once again show that they can bleed, and RNG do the cutting.
And RNG show this team at its height can play up with anyone. Smiles all around from the members of RNG. Gala looking so happy, and we even remember the pregame video came in so humble, saying, you know, we hope we can do it. It's going to be close. Top Esports are so good in these team fights. But RNG looking better in these early game team fights.
This is a team that wants to make that near impossible run. 7-7 now after beating Top Esports. Can they?